Pretty girls and attractive men are lonely a lot of the times for the exact same reasons. Pretty women and attractive men a lot of the times are never really approached because people are intimidated or they feel like you are out of their league. A lot of the times it has everything to do with someone's self-esteem, and they may look at you, a pretty girl or an attractive man, as if they are out of their league, so they won't even attempt to try. Or they will be thinking that you already have a bunch of girls talking to you, or if you're a woman, you already have a bunch of men talking to you. Being a pretty girl or an attractive man can make you look like you're unapproachable. I hope all of this comes off the right way because I'm just trying to get people to understand. So, pretty girls and attractive men can tell when you want to talk to them, and we can also tell when you are intimidated or if you shy away from it. Me being an artist, on top of me being, as you can see the background, I've painted all of that, it's all of my art, my paint. But me being an artist, on top of being an introvert the majority of my life, I've just never been the one to engage in conversation or initiate conversation. And it has nothing to do with being stuck up. It has nothing to do with wanting to be chased. Even with men as friends, like I never just spoke to people. I just never been as outgoing as most people to just randomly talk to people I don't know or to start conversations with people I don't know. I grew up in a pretty small and quiet town, and my mother is the exact same way that I am. She passed it all down to me, and it stresses me out because I want to connect with people and I want to have, like new friends and new connections in my life, but I can tell people don't really know how to take me. They don't really know how to talk to me, and me being introverted and to myself all my life, I don't necessarily know how to talk to them. And I've actually been told a lot of these things multiple times in a lot of my experiences. People will tell me that they felt intimidated, or they didn't know what to say, or I didn't look friendly, or I looked stuck up, or they thought I had a roster or a bunch of women all over me already. And social media doesn't help when you have a lot of followers and a lot of comments, but people don't realize that real life and social media is completely different. Yes, I have a bunch of DMs. Yes, I have a lot of likes, a lot of followers, but it does not equal to real life. When I get off the phone, get off Instagram, that same thing does not happen. When I go out, people aren't just talking to me. Women aren't just like flocking and trying to talk to me and start conversations. It's just not like that in real life. And you have to realize, like, they're all thinking the same thing about me. They're thinking that I get a bunch of attention already, I have girls all over me already, I already have people talking to me, and they think the same thing. If you're a pretty girl, they think the same thing about you, that you already have a bunch of attention, a bunch of guys all over you talking to you. So people avoid you and they don't say anything to you or even try, because they let their own assumptions about you stop them from even engaging and speaking to you and actually getting to know you as a person. And this is not really about being a pretty girl or being an attractive man. It just sucks that you miss out on a lot of social interactions because people don't really know how to talk to you. People don't really know how to take you or approach you. And it's nothing that you really can do to change that. Sometimes I just wish that people could see your heart and your mind and your personality before they see your face or your body. And I feel like, in a fairy tale world, that'll make the world a better place. Maybe someday in the future we'll have some kind of bar above our head that says whether we have a good personality or not, or I don't know, something like that would be great. Or people could just be mindful and remember, yes, we all make assumptions about each other based on appearance, based on social media, based on all of these things. Even I do it. But the difference is, if I make an assumption in my mind, I don't let it affect how I treat someone or how I go about getting to know them. I still actually get to know them to see who they really are, instead of only staying stuck on the assumptions and, hard believing in my assumptions that I made about somebody that I didn't even get to know yet. You don't realize you're letting that ruin the potential new connection that you can make, because you're assuming a pretty girl or an attractive man is all of these things without actually getting to know them. So you're actually ruining the potential connection because you can't stay off of your assumptions about somebody. And I know me having, I think they call it RBF, a resting bitch face. Pretty girls, if you have a resting bitch face, and some attractive men have like just a normal face. Like most of the time when I'm out, I look like this. I feel like that might look mean on top of being a attractive person or a pretty girl. It just makes it double intimidating, but we don't do it on purpose. And I don't think people purposely do it on purpose. Some people just have a natural resting bitch face. I don't know what they call it for men, but men have it too. And I don't know how to look friendlier, like just smile or just like, I don't know. I mean, try being a pretty girl or attractive man and also being reserved, really reserved, and being introverted and just being to themselves, being a loner. Like, it makes it just as hard, if not harder, to get to know new people, even if you want to connect with new people. And when you're someone who isn't used to interacting with people, especially people you don't know, even if somebody do muster up the courage to say something to you, or you engage in a conversation, or even if you initiate it, sometimes you may come off as awkward or weird or standoffish, but the truth is you just don't really know what to say yet, and you're just not comfortable yet. And I feel like women, y'all get a little more more of a pass for that, because guys try harder than women when you first initially talking to somebody. But as a man, I've seen it a bunch of times where I may not come off as friendly or as open or welcoming when somebody first starts talking to me, and then they just give up, and I'm like, damn, like I don't get that comfortable that quick with people. Sometimes I do. Sometimes it depends on the vibe. Sometimes it's rare you have that one person that makes you feel comfortable to talk more, open up, but it's just rare, you know what I mean? You have to realize, as an attractive woman and as a pretty girl and as an attractive man, people assume that you already get a bunch of love. So in return, they don't show you love because they feel like you get enough of it already. They feel like you get a lot of affection, so they don't show you no affection when they're around you. They feel like people treat you like, you're like up here, and they put you on a pedestal. So in return, they do the opposite. They don't put you on a pedestal, or they don't treat you like you're, of value. And I don't know if people notice or if they do it on purpose or what, but people will try to humble you. You will even get bullied as a pretty girl and as an attractive man. You will get bullied a lot. People will just want to bully you because they feel like you get praise all of the time, and it's just not the truth. Even if it was the truth, why would that make you want to do the opposite to somebody? Like, because somebody is told they're beautiful all the time, that makes you want to not compliment them. That's another thing too, being a pretty girl, being an attractive man. A lot of people assume that you get so many compliments, so in return they won't compliment you at all because they feel like people compliment you all the time. And me having social media makes it even worse because people can see the compliments in my comments, but it will never equal to people in my real life telling me face to face that they're proud of me, or they think I'm handsome, or I'm a beautiful person, or all of these things. So the social media stuff don't even matter. It shouldn't matter. And it's very different from hearing all of that stuff in person. And as a pretty girl and as an attractive man, men will assume that you have so much sex, and like a roster, like they just assume all of these things, and it makes them, not want to even try with you or be a part of your life. A lot of the times we get treated, pretty girls or attractive men, we get treated like pieces of meat, like just for sexual use, because people are assuming we already have a roster and a whole bunch of sex, so they just feel like you're not gonna take them seriously, or they're just gonna be one of many. But that's not true at all in all, man, people just have to be more mindful when they're talking to people. Looks aren't everything. Everybody's not attracted to you. You're not gonna be everybody's type, and that's okay. But you shouldn't, completely judge people based on their appearance, especially based on social media. You shouldn't get to know people first, man. Like, I don't even know why I have to make a video saying this. Like, get to know people first. Don't let your assumptions about people that you don't even know be so strong that you don't even give them a chance. And a lot of the times, pretty girls and attractive men don't get a chance, because as soon as you start talking to somebody, you're already fighting assumptions about you. And nobody wants to feel like that when they just want to get to know somebody. That they gotta like prove that they're not a hoe, prove that they don't have a roster, prove that they actually have a personality, prove that they're actually only talking to one person. Like, it's just a lot, because of assumptions that people make about pretty girls or attractive men. It's not fair. And when you think about it and you put it into perspective and you start putting yourself in the other person's shoes, maybe you'll be more mindful and, give everybody a fair chance. Otherwise, what is the point? I feel like a lot of the times pretty girls and attractive men, we don't even want to try no damn more, because like everybody keep thinking the same thing. It's just like, I don't know, it's just hard, it's exhausting, it's tiring. Personally, I'm tired of it. If you're a pretty girl, leave a comment. Let me know y'all thoughts, because me personally, I'm exhausted. I'm tired of it. My experiences, it's not every girl, but it's the majority of my interactions with women are like this. That's why I'm talking about it. It's times where it's rare, but I've met women that did make those assumptions about me, but they still got to know me and realize I had a big heart, or realize I was a lover, I was affectionate, or I actually was relationship material. But some girls, they make that assumption and they don't care to look past their assumption. And some guys make those assumptions about pretty girls, and those guys don't care to even try to give you a chance. And it sucks, but nobody wants to admit or talk about the fact that pretty girls or attractive men are actually lonely sometimes. Nobody cares to talk about it. People feel like if you're attractive, or a pretty girl or attractive man, that you should just shut up and be attractive and you have a perfect life and you can't have no fucking issues whatsoever. It's crazy. Like, it's crazy. That means my life's supposed to be perfect, and every girl wants to have sex with me because of that. That doesn't make any sense. And as a pretty girl, people think the same thing about y'all, that men's supposed to just want to be with you and have sex with you just because you're attractive. It doesn't make sense, man, but some people make those assumptions. Imagine trying to date. As soon as you approach the situation, you're already defeated by the other person's assumptions of you. And it's going to be real hard to change their mind. But do you even want to go through that? Talking to somebody who already have an idea of who they think you are based on your appearance, based on social media, instead of actually getting to know you? It's like as soon as you enter the equation of trying to date and talk to someone, you're already defeated by the assumptions that they made about you based on nothing. Your appearance and social media. And for some of us, it's just our appearance. For some of us, it may just be social media. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Like, comment, subscribe. This is a topic that's not really talked about a lot. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I go by the name of LOCO. Peace.